Hi guys, hope you're all keeping well. So lovely to be here doing a vlog for you today. Beautiful Clachtoll in Assynt, one of my favourite locations. So much to do here. Very famous for the split rock. You'll see it in lots and lots of photos, and rightly so. An amazing subject. There's so much more to this place. Don't know if I'll have long enough to do it today. Family holiday in Scotland. Got a couple of hours this morning. It's a fairly sort of still, chilly blue day, or blue start to the day. But anyway, I'm at Clachtoll, so let's see what we can do. Get back to you in a little while with my first shots of the day. Beautiful place, love it. Oh, lovely. Oh, nice and fresh. As it's a day of, or a morning of time, restraints where I've got to be back, I'm going to keep things very simple this morning. Concentrate maybe on the split rock as the main subject of the day. Just taking a few from up here, from this vantage point. Just zooming in with the 24-70 and with the 135. 4 or 5 second exposure. That beautiful aquamarine colour in the sea just comes up beautifully in the long exposures. Looks absolutely fantastic. They're nothing special, they're nothing new that anyone's done here. It's just sort of thing you would do when you turn up here because you think, oh, that sea, so gorgeous. So I'll put those up in a minute. We've got some sky. The sky is clearing from the north, which is nice. So there'll be maybe even a little bit of light just about by the time I go. So that would be nice. But I'm just going to get amongst the rocks here, maybe from the cliffs, shoot some more stuff towards the split rock. And yeah, gorgeous colours starting to show. Lovely morning.
Here's the first image of the morning, a nice simple general scene. I was a little bit concerned about the right hand side of the image. I wonder if there'd be too much dead space there, but I think there's enough going on. You've got that beautiful aquamarine colour, the lovely translucency of the sea, so you've got the rocks showing through, the seaweed showing through, should I say, and you've got the lovely little wispy areas of waves, so rather nice. Perhaps I could have given a little bit more punch to the clouds in this instance, but that's always something I can go back and do. Now, the other two images were taken on the 135 and just show that the fact that we didn't have an awful lot, of wild sea happening. We just had enough wild water just to lift these images. The second image, where there's a little bit more light coming through, has a little bit less white water and is a little bit less moody in terms of the sea. I think it still works, but it just shows the importance of just needing just that little bit of action in the sea just to lift the images. I think without that white water coming through, I don't think these images would be quite so effective. But nonetheless, very pleased with them.
Oh, okay, I had to get my grasses shot in somewhere. The bothy, the salmon bothy, I think, in the distance is always a wonderful subject with the posts around it, 5 posts, perfect number. Not too much breeze today, but I managed to do a bit of a long exposure where the grasses are moving a little bit. Quite a nice sky behind, polarised. I've got us using the 6 stopper. Yeah, quite nice. Probably be nice in black and white. Turn this one to black and white. Not a great shot in colour. Yeah, wish the grasses were swaying and moving because I'd be down on the dunes as well behind the beach, but still absolutely gorgeous. So anyway, that was my little diversion from shooting the rocks and the split rock. I should move on to some more versions of the split rock now. Oh!
It's always nice to shoot the bothy. I got one of my favourite images of Clachtoll of it last year. Really, really windy day, moody clouds. Yeah, really pleased with the image. But today wasn't to be from that point of view. It was nice to just shoot that as an exercise to keep me occupied. And I rather like it. Probably my favourite image actually in the end was of the fence. I rather like this. I like the warm, muted tones. And yeah, the bothy images are okay, but probably needed a little bit more moodiness in the sky. But always nice to practice. You're practicing your compositions, practicing, just general technique. And I can't think of a better place to do that.
Oh, one of the joys of Clachtoll is there's just so many possibilities of images. And get yourself amongst the rocks down here and you'll find endless compositions. It's amazing. Now all I've done is I've walked literally a stone throw from the image I've just taken of the bothy, and I've found this. Well, I know it's here. I've been to Clachtoll a good few times now, but this is a beautiful natural frame for the bottom of the image. Lovely promontory coming in there. Obviously split rock with the water breaking around it, so you've got that beautiful white water breaking in front of the aquamarine water. Should have said turquoise instead. And the sky breaking up a bit. Just a nice natural frame. Not going to get any light. It's trying its best, but I don't think we're going to get anything through for a little while yet, which is a pity. But the light is lifting ambient wise. It's nice. So yes, let's take a couple from here. Beautiful. Right, watch your legs as you go back as well. That's one thing you have got to be careful of.
I'm really happy with this wide scene. Really am. There's a lovely bit of ambient light coming through. There's obviously just a little bit of gentle light hitting the rocks in front of us here, which I mentioned as I was talking to you, that, it makes a nice natural frame. Just about enough going on in the sea in the midground just to keep it interesting. That would have been quite annoying if that wispy area there wasn't there. I must admit, I'd probably find that hard to deal with. But yeah, very, very happy with this one. I think this is one of my favourite general scenes from Clachtoll.
The great thing about the split rock as a subject is it's got all these wonderful angular elements. And I'd actually set up a shot originally with the 135 and I thought, that's not quite right. Maybe that was a memory from visits before, and I just moved a slight bit to the right and introduced another element in the distance. So it's all about angular shapes. Wonderful subject, really is. You've got the hills in the distance, obviously the split rock with all those lovely angles. You've got a promontory just beyond. And it's just perfect. Just a perfect, long exposure, subtle image. Absolutely gorgeous. Wonderful clouds about. Sun behind some hazy clouds, so that's not going to shoot through. It really isn't going to come through while I'm here this morning. But I'm going to keep having a trundle along the rocks here and see what other compositions I can see. Beautiful.
This first image from this small collection was taken without a stopper, one of the rare occasions when I didn't use a stopper, and for me it just doesn't work. If it was a particularly moody day and the sea was breaking all over the place and there were huge waves going up and the clouds were moody, I think I'd be happy to take this image without a stopper, but it doesn't work for me. The ones with the stopper are much better, and I hope you can see what I was talking about earlier with composition. Bringing that promontory into the distance really lines up nicely with the hills in the distance as well. It's a really nice sort of jigsaw piece of geology, for want of a better phrase. Yeah, really nice light, really happy.
Well, this is a nice little seat. Lovely shot here, guys. Again, about the shapes and the graphic forms. I've just climbed onto the rocks. I've just lost my holder for my 6-stop filter. That's somewhere in the rocks at Clachtoll now. I don't think I'll find that. I don't even know how I would retrace my steps. But anyway, I digress. This is about setting up some rocks, the sea, the split rock in the distance, and just everything finding its place. There's a tiny slither on this side of the image where the sea just still shows through, and it's just about taking your time with your composition, just lining it up, looking at all the elements and see how they work. Maybe I should give that sliver a little bit more, I don't know, but where I'm perched I don't think I can get any higher without should we say compromising my safety or tumbling down into the rocks below there. But yeah, lovely. There's a beautiful rock pool beside me or behind me. Lots and lots of possibilities at Clachtoll, and I've not walked very far today, and it's wonderful, wonderful. So hope you like this image. Yeah, it's all long exposure stuff today, and I've chosen long exposure stuff today because the waves are not breaking particularly heavy on the beach, so it's not a day for shooting waves spraying up because they're just not doing much. So it's a long exposure day. I'm rather enjoying it. Anyway, let's see if I can see something else down here when I can get down off these rocks.
Despite the precarious nature of my positioning for this shot, I really like it, really like it. Again, what I mentioned to you earlier on when I was sitting on the rock talking, have I left enough space there? I'm not sure. Maybe I could have just got myself a little bit more, but like I say, it's not fun falling on the rocks. So I think I had to settle with this, but it perhaps could just do with that little bit more space. But the light is lovely and yeah, really nice. The clouds are showing some nice definition. There's a nice sort of orange tones going with the blue and yeah, really, really nice. yeah, I must remember this place for another time and go back and on a moodier occasion and look for more compositions, because I think it's absolutely brilliant. Quite happy with the black and white image as well at the end. Rather nice. I thought that made a very worthy conversion to black and white. And yeah, this is a spot to return to.
Oh wow! so gorgeous. Light is really starting to come through. I'm so pleased. Amazing clouds. Sea is beautiful. There's light on the split rock. It's amazing, Scotland. You sometimes get up in the morning, you think, oh, it isn't going to happen. It isn't going to happen. But it's one of those areas where you really do have to practice a bit of patience and a bit of, yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Positive attitude. And this is gorgeous. Beautiful channels here. Again, I can get some lovely waves coming in here, long exposure stuff. I've taken a couple of images trying to capture the waves as they break, and it doesn't, I don't know today, I don't know why, long exposure day. I'm just feeling a long exposure day. So I'm going to try a few around here. These channels are absolutely gorgeous, and the rock is such a lovely sort of light brownish color, really complements the blues and the nice punchy clouds in the background. Wow, what a wonderful morning. Hey.
Unfortunately, I don't think I did justice to this area. The images are okay, and I'm only going to put up a couple for you here, guys. This one I turned deliberately a little bit bluer in the white balance tones, and I'm still thinking, oh John, you could have done this, you could have done that, you could have made better use of that curve, maybe even shot these in a portrait version. There may be a crop that I can work out later on and get this looking a little bit more pleasing. I could have waited for better waves on the rocks, on the split rock, just so that they cascade down and maybe give a sort of a veiled effect. But yeah, I haven't quite got this one right. The black and white version, I tried to work on this one in color, I just not could get it right. But one of the things that really bugs me is that sort of clump of darkness in the mid-ground. It's too dominating. I should have parked myself somewhere a little bit different and got myself some nice channels of water coming through and took advantage of that rather wonderful sky. So bit of a missed opportunity, these couple of shots, but there you go. It's all learning.
Oh guys, what a lovely morning. Sun's coming out again. We had a big shower go over a little while ago, so I had to sit out for about 15 minutes. And unfortunately now time's beating me, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do much more, because I'm going to get home, see the guys, and then we're going to get out and hopefully have a lovely day in Assynt. Beautiful. What a lovely morning. So nice to do a video for you from this beautiful part of the world. And I hope you've enjoyed my images as much as I've enjoyed taking them this morning. I love this place so much. Yeah, just really good to be here. So guys, thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your recent support. Hi guys, just sitting out in the car at the moment. I'm at Achmelvich, another gorgeous Assynt coastal location. Really looking forward to getting out onto the beach and the rocky coves around here. There's a bit of a front coming in at the moment, so I'm just sitting that out. It might miss, but there's some lovely colours in the clouds as well, so I think I'm going to have to get out there, and if I get a soaking, I get a soaking. Going to be difficult. Wind blowing towards the coast, so it's could be a bit of a spray fest. Nonetheless, looking forward to this, and hopefully I can do some audio for you as well, but going to be very difficult, very, very windy. Might be able to find a couple of shelter spots. But anyway, to the beach.
Oh, this morning at Achmelvich, comedy photography. Cold, grumpy photographer at times, probably lack of sleep. Just getting soaked occasionally, sea spray, just doing his best and enjoying the elements. It really was funny but wonderful. Great experience. Now, Achmelvich was not always one of my favourite places. I think sometimes you can get put off by your first impressions of a place. I remember turning up at Achmelvich many years ago, and thinking, oh, all those caravans everywhere. And it just, for some reason, took the edge off the place, which is a little bit hypocritical because Clachtoll is very much the same. You actually drive through a caravan site to get to the coast there. So I really perhaps shouldn't have judged Achmelvich so harshly to start with, but it's become somewhere that I'm very, very fond of. There's this beautiful wide sandy beach, and there's a wonderful couple of coves just a short distance away over the hill, and there is absolute treasure to be found there. It is wonderful. So Achmelvich, I must apologize to you. I owe you a very, very big apologies. You are absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait to see you again. And this goes to show my morning. First images, yeah, nice wide images. Lovely moody cloud coming in. We've got a little bit of light later on. Beautiful light coming on the dunes. Unfortunately, the sky wasn't particularly great at the time. Could have done with that area of blue being filled in there, which looks a bit, unfortunately, looks a bit naff on these pictures, I think, which is a great pity. But there you go. Managed to get in a nice breezy whispers type images with all the lovely light on the dunes there. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I walked over the hill to the small bay that I mentioned earlier, or the small cove. The light was amazing. And I thought, you know, in hindsight, looking at these a couple of days ago, why didn't I just stay up for a while and take some images from here? This is a very hurried image from the top, just to give an indication of where I walked across. And yes, regretting not stopping here for a while. But I knew what treasures awaited me at the bay, and it really is an absolutely fantastic area. If you're into geology, photography, absolutely wonderful. Unfortunately, I had to give up on the wider landscapes. The bay here was just showering the sea at me. I just couldn't do anything about it. So I had to turn my camera around and go for some rocky abstracts. And there really is plenty to shoot here. But I was annoyed because I really wanted to capture the essence of the wild weather, but it just wasn't happening. It was a spray fest, which is a great pity. But nonetheless, happy with the abstracts, and just really enjoyed the morning here. Absolutely hilarious. Just, if anyone was watching me, they would have seen me throw paddies and hissy fits whilst also having the time of my life. And that's what it's about, really. Great morning's photography.
Oh, wow. Oh, dear. Maybe I shouldn't have gone to the coast this morning. Oh, sea spray, wind, fronts coming in, camera getting soaked, stuff all over the lenses, filters. Oh dear, never mind. I think I've got some nice stuff today. Got some nice abstracts there, and there's a lovely bit of light on the dunes. Oh, that was hard work though. I think it's time to get back to the house for a cup of coffee, see the guys, and then see what we do the rest of the day. So guys, I'm gonna sort of wrap this sort of connected vlog up now and say thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the images from Clachtoll. I hope you enjoy these images that I've taken this morning from Achmelvich. And I'm also now just going to put up a little slideshow of some of the images that I took during the week when I was out with the guys, all sort of handheld stuff. But I think there's some nice stuff there, so I hope you enjoy those too. And it's been absolutely wonderful to be up in Assynt. I love it. I absolutely adore it up here. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing, and hope I can get visit in maybe latter part of the year, who knows. But for now, thanks ever so much for watching. Hope you enjoy the images, like I said. Look after yourselves, hug your loved ones like I always say, and hope to see you soon. All right, you take care. All right, bye.